Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm grateful to you.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mine.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This'll come in handy.
Juggernaut! I'll take that as tribute. Come to that! No!
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
My hands! I hardly had to unhinge my jaw.
Get some! Not so fast! My life ends!
Can no one understand me?
Salamene smiles upon me. For the hunt. Vent!
The lion's heart beats. No more.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
With the
Radiant's turret has been killed.
triple kill! Ultra kill. See what you've done?
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Juggernaut!
The prize is mine.
I'll take that as tribute. Come to pass! Ah!
You'd expect there to be like that kind of fallback plan that maybe F&G can step up as well.
And
So-
he's not 0-15. Usually when you see F&G in Gambit or some other CIS team, he's 0-15, 10 minutes, okay, not 10, but 25 minutes.
That'd be
in,
really bad.
And he has like 3k net worth running around with boots. And this team, so far, every time you see him, even on that Bane game, he has a couple of items. He's good. Why is that? Because he's completely able to focus on his game. And not a lot of position 5s can actually do that. And that
Nice.
makes a difference for them as well.
So it sounds like Alliance have created an incredibly good system there to work around
sure.
this fight. And if you're Enigma right now, you're probably sat there thinking, if we haven't changed too much, we're shaking in our boots.
Yeah, I think the concern for Nigma though is like their previous drafts are very, very clunky. They were cooldown based. They didn't really have. They had an understanding of they could maybe collapse at like a 20-minute mark and snowball, but it was very much still tied to big cooldowns or having to have good laning phase. You look at how Alliance is winning their games, what core heroes they have: Nature's Prophet, DP, Chen. In Enchantress some games, like there's always a push potential. DK as well. Like
Okay, that Prophet mid lane is like 100 for Alliance.
Exactly.
It's what they're doing constantly, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that DP in the first opening stage because you can flex it. It's something that he said as well. They asked him, can you play DP5? He's like, sure. If we pick it in the first stage, and it turns out to be a bad DP game, I'll play it, why not? And it fits them because the way Limp has performed so far on those DKs, DPs, it's outstanding. He really understands the meta and the heroes being played.
Chen?
But here you go. This is an F&G Chen. And
I think right now though, if we reset like the physical performances and just look at, okay, draft what you're going to bring to the table. I think Alliance, it's that push potential, that ability to control the map is going to be a big factor against Nigma. I think if Nigma, they can adjust and then bring a new style that they haven't been able to show so far, they'll be able to match up against it. But if they don't change and they stick to their guns, I think from draft alone and the understanding, I think they're going to be at a potential disadvantage and have to lean on the fact that their players are mechanically very good.
Look at this opening.
That's what you said.
Did we mention this DP maybe? Did we mention this pushing power coming from them? Now that they have picked that prophet like this with the Chen, most likely it's still a flex, but it's flex for S4 and Limp, right? It doesn't really fit that position 5 any longer, but it's still pretty cool. Nigma, they open up with something of their own. This is completely in their comfort zone. This is their style. This is GH Elder Titan. He loves that as well. They played it on mid a couple of times as well, but that's mostly because of meepos in the game or something that gets crushed. So disregard that. This will be your position for Elder Titan. Helps you versus pushes, versus Chen. You always get more damage from the creeps. You can just dominate the lane with the Elder Titan, and you can set up these fights versus that Prophet, which can be very important.
These are potentially two, like, you think about it, the lane winners, right? ET, he secures the offlane. Furion, if it's a 5, can secure that lane. I'd prefer to see a core, especially on mind control. I think he's played in previous time very sacrificial. And it's very hard to give him a good game because of the greediness of their 1 and 2. So I'd love to see him on a hero that can actually dominate a lane, have presence, and then turn that into his own kind of own timings, right? He can play his own game, right? Because right now,
I would love to see it.
Yeah, he's always playing in the unfortunately in the shadow of the greediness of his core. So I really want to see this as a mind control Furion.
And we haven't seen it in such a long time, man. I'm hyped. This was one of his staple heroes, you know. If you think about mind control, you can't think about this Furion as well. That their winning TI run was mostly with the Furion as well.
Yeah. He's only played it 2 times in the last month.
Yeah.
Lost both of them.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Not good statistics for you to pull out there.
Now that they have picked this Wyvern, it's a pretty good hero overall right now. It's not picked as much as I think it could be. That ulti pretty much breaks up any sort of fight, gives you a chance to reinitiate. But a long time ago, it was picked versus Furion almost every single game. If you know that Furion is offlane, you didn't have too many options on those 5s. One of those options was usually Wyvern. Why? Because you have that Splinter Blast that deals with his 3 ends, slows them down, hits him as well. It's just obnoxious to play against the Wyvern. He can also fly over your trees and find you. So overall, the game isn't as easy to play. And one big thing from this hero is his capabilities to stop split pushes. And he does it because of the Arctic Burn. You fly over the trees and you can stop pretty much any single split push just by setting up. You use your ulti and then your teammates follow up.
Yeah. Also as well, you have the fact that in terms of its like presence in the game, physical damage is basically the big factor for Nigma. ET, Venge, Furion, they all rely on it. Of course, Furion can obviously have his ultimate, but sure, it's just pretty much a free Wyvern game for the concepts that Nigma are providing right now.
And now you have the Crimson Guard natural carrier in that Centaur. He doesn't have to buy it immediately. A small Vanguard early on is good, but Crimson Guard can come in handy to Alliance. And they have a very strong lane. Even
Radiant's bottom
if
tower
the
has
Wyvern
fallen.
is with Centaur on the offlane, it's a very difficult lane to deal with. However, maybe it will be played with that
Dyer's
same
middle barracks are under
The
attack.
saving grace though from Nigma right now is there's not really a nice amount of lockdown,
Dyer's
right? You
middle
have DP
barracks
silence, again,
spawned.
silence on stun, Centaur stomp, you have curse, and then you rely on maybe Chen creep. So right now you have mobility could be a big factor that Enigma can play on and punish Alliance with.
You have a lot of sustain though, and you do have this lineup that can snowball a little bit, but you are playing into Avenge and ET, which looks for which is a little bit different than what we have seen in the last couple of weeks, but can be pretty difficult to push into.
So we're looking here, right, of what Nigma had to offer and what they've shown so far. Not so bad then compared to previous games when you're looking at. This is something workable for now.
I like this. It's different. It's different coming from them at least.
Yeah,
we have seen the Vengeful played mid by mid 1, right? And we have seen some Furions on position 5s and even mid quite often. However, we haven't seen this from Nigma. Pugna we have seen though. They have had a couple of really good performances with the Pugna Ember Necro trio. That was there to go to. They would win games, which wasn't very often, sadly, for them in this tournament. It gives them extra pushing power as well.
They are doubling down though on this desire to push forward, right? Which it's nice. You have now you have Pugna, which can deal with the Wyvern in that kind of concept. But the issue is still simply when you press that stampede button, you have no good save mechanisms. You've got swap, cute. You got maybe a stomp from the ET. It's cute, but like if Alliance ever get on top of you, there's no real way to play out the fights outside of maybe buying 4 Staff Skill Indicates. But it's just that group from Alliance is very scary and. Yeah,
don't underestimate the swap though. It can be very handy, and also you do have Elder Titan. It's the best hero to counter-initiate with and to stop aggression. Literally, you have this Echo Stomp that just puts you to sleep for a couple of seconds, long enough for everything to turn, and it has huge AoE. So. For me, for Nigma, so far it looks pretty decent. I love the synergy between the Elder Titan Vengeful and the trees from Nature's Prophet. You're going to have a lot of minus armor there, and then you have this Blightstone on Furion hitting you, with the trees hitting you. It can be very difficult to deal with.
They just need a way. Like they need a. Okay, they banned TB. They need a win condition. They need a way to actually,
I'm surprised Alliance is banning TB because that's also one of those heroes that you. I guess you're playing versus ET versus ET
TB game
versus ET and versus Pugna, I guess, right?
Yeah. It's like the whole idea of collapse, right? That's what Nigma wants to do. So if you pick up a hero that wants to farm your own jungle, you're pretty much already giving up your jungle in this type of game, and you're going to play around the fact that you group up and try and take over their jungle, and it's going to be that mirrored movement the entire time to dodge the fights.
But if you're a carry, you are following those movements. You aren't just chilling in your base on your side.
It's just hard on the old boy.
You just do it your own way.
Ooh,
you can see that they actually it's literally what they ban out. They ban out Anti-Mage. It plays in a very similar fashion to that. It's way more mobile though.
The Anti-Mage pick in this game basically forces Nigma into an insane time of you have to push. If you fail your pushes 2-3 times, you just lose the game. And that's what the fear of an Anti-Mage type game is. And they go for PL. It gives them a way to play out the later portions of the game. If it gets there, he'll happily soak up that farm behind the space of his team. And generally, it is a free PL game. Like we spoke about the lack of lockdown, the mobility factor. This PL will be able to play off of that.
If you're Nico Baby right now, you can be asking for some of your heroes, such as the Troll that's still in the pool. It is not the easiest Troll game, however. You are playing into a Pugna, so that ulti of yours can be a little bit messed with just the Decrepify. What else does he play that would be sort of decent versus PL? You still could go for that late game potential with something like a Spectre.
Just go for a casual Ricky and just roll over him.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
Actually, wouldn't be that bad. They did have a success with Ricky before.
Yeah. Dumpsters like nullify this game is insane.
DK is banned out, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like Ricky. High armor in lane, don't really care about the Blightstone too much.
Good call.
Yes.
Yeah. It's good versus Pugna as well. You have multiple ways of jumping on targets. You have a lot of reach. High armor that you said is really good versus the Furion.
Yeah. It's a solid hero, mate.
So what are we reckoning then, guys? Who's drafted their way to success? Could Nigma be potentially looking at getting another win on the board here?
I like the adaptations that they've made from we wanted to see change, they've made change.
So they've actually adjusted in a good way.
Exactly. But this Alliance draft is too Alliance, it's too comfort, too nice, and I think they're just going to be able to take it away. They're just, Not an Alliance fanboy, but this draft is like, mwah.
It's about time for Nigma to take one. Well, let's go. Let's believe.
Wait a second. Not even any reasoning. It's about time.
It's about time. You can defeat Nigma 10 times, but 11th time they will take the game. So let's go with that justification.
For a more serious point though, it's just I fear Nigma defending a tower. They never really have someone to stand at the tower and go, "Don't hit me." And for Alliance, they thrive off being able to play off this aggression.
That's true, but you do have Elder Titan. You do have Furion split pushing with Pugna. The amount of things that they have to invest into pushes are way lower than on the side of Alliance, in which you have that Prophet and her ulti. Yeah, you have Centaur and Shen. That's true, but Elder Titan is very capable of stalling those pushes.
My thought for that is for Alliance though, they play off of the Wyvern plays in the lane they push, the Chen stays bottom. If it's a real fight, you TP the Wyvern down, Centaur DP just play as 2 at the objective, and Ricky cuts behind. So I think Alliance have the mechanisms to deal with the cutesy plays that Nigma can play to prolong the game, but it's just too simple just to barrel through. But no, I agree.
No,
you're right.
I agree with his points as well. We all agree. We're one happy family.
Dyer's bottom tower
Oh, look
is
at
under
you
attack.
guys. Aren't you cute? Thank you for your thoughts. You're all done with it, but T-Gov's going for Alliance.
Correct.
And you're going for Nigma Lizard off the back of they can somehow get a win out of this more than anything.
I don't think that their draft is way weaker than Alliance's. Alliance obviously have
Dyer's
proven
bottom
to us that
tower
they can
has
win versus
fallen.
any single team in this tournament, and they have had really great performances so far, but I believe in the PL win condition.
Okay, let's see if that PL is going to be the win condition. Let's get into the game. And I can already guess where one of our commentators is going to hedge his bets on this. So, Toby and Loda, take it away.
You're right. I'm so totally biased. I can't believe
Dyer's
it.
bottom tower
I
is
crack
under
open the
attack.
can of monster before I start a game, and I just go, yeah, Nigma. The whole. Oh wait, hang on. Alliance. Oh, wait, I get confused. Loda, help me out.
game.
Dyer's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
I mean, I'm obviously a little bit biased, but I'm gonna do my best to, respect both sides.
As long as you remain professional and call out when Dota is broken, then you remain true to yourself. That's it. But what do you think of the draft? Like, how about the PL win condition Nigma versus what Alliance have to work with? How do you feel like both teams work on that timing to the win condition?
Well, I think that I'm gonna give one of these boring answers that people usually do. I think that a lot of this is gonna come down to the laning phase. I kind of like what Nigma is doing this game, honestly, with the way they draft, and they want to kind of set the pace here. At the same time, I do think that we have quite a standard good draft that we know how to execute really well. I also like the way we have scouted early on and to see the lanes and whatnot. So I'm honestly quite confident, but my biggest worry will be this hero, Elder Titan. I have a little bit of PTSD from playing against him in the past professionally, but I also think GH is a monster with this hero.
Yeah.
So as long as he doesn't have a great game, I think it's going to be fine.
And GH is definitely a beast. We actually get to see the lane settle down, so Nigma are pushing their one position Miracle into the off lane. He'll get to play down there with a Vengeful Spirit against S4's safe lane with Hunt against Wyvern. Of course, that puts we in mid with Pugna versus Death Prophet, and up on the top lane, FNG already getting stapled down. His headdress will definitely come in handy against this Elder Titan just to shake it off and get back in again. They missed a level 25 Nature's Prophet mind control. It's always a pleasure to watch him play this hero.
Yeah, and as you can notice here, I think we tried to dodge this Nature's Prophet. We didn't want to play in Ricky Chen into Nature's Prophet, and same thing from Nigma's side. I don't think they want to play Prophet into Wyvern. So both teams kind of tried to get the upper hand there, but I do think that Nigma got the lanes they wanted. So it's kind of interesting to see how it plays out.
I give props to FNG, actually, he's standing against GH. He put plus 62 damage, GH just walks at him, he's like, nope, my treant that I stole from mind control will do my work for me. And then he even denies that as well.
Yeah, it's about sending a message,
Yeah.
Can't pull me out of this lane. I'll fight you even if it's stupid. Nah, it wasn't
Seeing
stupid.
Limp buying a lot of extra consumables here in mid. Same should probably be happening for Weehar as well. He's trying to stay in range to blast down the wave for the tower. Limp's already got more coming out in the courier.
Yeah, but it does look like will probably get his bottle straight away if he doesn't miss a few CS next wave. If Limp could keep him from getting that bottle from this wave, I think he would have a upper hand for sure.
All about that timing for mid bottles.